Black Beauty strapped down and ready to go with good old DYNO Diesel with the LBZ pulling me. So we're gonna be heading off to Ohio. We got about a 6.5 hour ride. We'll see you soon, Firepunk. So we're cruising right now. We got good old Black Beauty back there. We got good old DYNO Diesel.
Yes, sir.
We're in the unit right here. This thing is a monster. Let us know what this is.
450,000 mile LBZ. She's a trooper.
Easy road trip.
Easy road trip. Easy money.
Nice dash delete, man.
Yeah.
So definitely need some TLC, but it's a trooper.
450,000 miles.
LBZ life. We got good old Matty O back here.
Yo.
Nice 6-hour trip for the boys to Ohio. So we'll keep you guys updated along the way.
2,000 years later.
So we made it out here to Ohio, the first time ever here. As you can see, we're over here at the Airbnb. We got the good old 450,000 mile LBZ monster right here. Denny's truck with the 30-foot trailer. Black Beauty tucked away over here. So while we're here, we're gonna be seeing what this old girl makes on the dyno here at Firepunk. What do you guys think? I guess we'll see, right? Otherwise, we're gonna be meeting up with a couple buddies, seeing how it goes, and just plan on having a good time. Ohio for the first time seeing it. Definitely reminds me of a Pennsylvania vibe, but we only been here for a day, got a few days to stay. Let's see how it goes, and I'll keep you guys updated. 7 a.m. All right, so bright and early, it's about 7:30 right now. We're cruising Black Beauty out to Firepunk. So for these dyno days, always a little nerve-wracking, but I think Black Beauty got this. From building this truck, my goal is to always break 700. So if we break 700, I will be happy, but my estimate would be more in the 750, 800 range with this setup. But headed over there now, we're gonna get it up on the dyno, probably talk to Levon over there and see what she does. So I'm excited. Big day for this old girl. Let's see how it goes. So we made it out here to good old Firepunk. So we're over here at good old Firepunk with the legendary Levon here. So what is your guess on this thing with the setup I have? What do you think that it will do with what it's got on there right now?
Well, judging by what you're telling me, you've got 100% over injectors, a 12 mil CP3, it's an extra G CP3, 100% over F1 flux injectors,
yep, and
a 467.7 turbo. So if I take those three items, those are your most critical items that have to do with horsepower, is fuel and air, and a 100% over injector and a 12 mil pump, max effort, like 2,600 microseconds, will generally support enough fuel for 950 horsepower. So I would guess you're gonna top this setup up around 800 horsepower mark. So we'll kind of creep up on it, see what our boost numbers do, make sure that we don't overspeed the turbo, and make sure if the rest of the setup is healthy. Obviously you have to have a good healthy engine, you know, because I have engines that come in that are worn out, that have a bad valve job, the valves aren't sealing good. You can have a 800 horsepower setup on paper and it'll do 650, and then you have to figure out the dyno is a controlled environment. We can data log it, make sure everything's right,
yep,
and hopefully get you the results you're looking for.
Sweet. I mean, we see a whole boatload of Cummins out here, so this is just the place to be, huh?
Yes, it is. We'll make it happen.
Yep, let's do it. Is what an eddy current is, and that eddy current is able to stop that roller from spinning. So I can hold 1,200 horsepower static for 30 seconds. Like I can just hold it back. So when I start a dyno run, this one, I'll set this to say 2,500 RPM depending on the turbo setup. So it comes up to 2,500 RPM, and then I have a stabilized time, and I can make it hold the truck at 2,500 RPM for however many seconds I want before it releases the brake and sweeps it through the run. So during that stabilized time, it gives the engine to go to full boost, full load. The engine's working as hard as it can. Then it releases it and sweeps it through the RPM curve. Now I get a max effort power curve, and you get a lot flatter power curve because it doesn't actually start recording power until the engine's at full boost. So the moment has come. He's loaded up, getting ready to go.
Little bit nervous, but
It'll be fine.
I guess let's hope for the best, right?
Yeah, we're gonna start by just running up, calibrating the dyno to the roller. That way we get an accurate torque number, and then we'll make a rip on it on the base file that we sent you, and see what it does. Look at the data log, then we can make adjustments and go from there.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
What about that?
No
916.
man. Holy crap. Not for real, can't stop smiling, bro. We came in shooting for 700, come out somehow with over 900 horsepower.
He
Bro.
goes, I'll be happy with 700. First doing out the gate 920.
That's crazy.
We have the ability to turn the tow haul button into an overdrive off button. So that was still wanting to shift into overdrive, so I just made a quick hit. I'll fix that in the next tune. But I'm gonna make one more run on it and get a different data log on it before I do it again. Just basically back up the number, and then we'll know where we want to go. But this gives you your whole 1000 RPM window of what your peak power curve is. So this tells me ideally at racing you want to shift this truck around 3900 RPM, which will sweep it back down here, run it back through peak power, shift it, sweep it back through peak power. Then you'll run a track time that correlates to this horsepower number. I see people who will have a peak power number here, but they're shifting it right here, and then it falls all the way down here, and they'll run a track time as if it's an 820 horsepower truck. And then they're like, well, what the heck, the dyno's wrong. So to get a dyno number or track time number that represents your dyno number, you have to be able to sweep it through your peak number through the whole pass. So what I got here is I'm gonna put a boost gauge, just a temporary boost gauge on it so we can see what boost it's actually making, because the factory map sensor maxes out at 37 PSI. And we can make over 900 horsepower with a 67 millimeter compressor wheel, but it's usually at 65 pounds of boost, and that is a danger zone for that turbo. So what I'm gonna do is leave the tune up the same, put a manual boost gauge on it, and actually record what the boost pressure's actually hitting on peak pressure. That way, if it's making 65 or 70 pounds of boost, we know that we're well into the danger zone and we need to turn the fuel down. But if it makes 52, 55 pounds, we're gonna rock it, and you can go out here with a 916 horsepower truck. That made right at 50 pounds of boost, so it's going to make a little more during your overdrive shift, but I don't think it's going to run away. I mean,
so after the second pull, we just was 914, so pretty consistent there.
We're doing this dyno pull in third gear, direct drive, one sweep, but on the racetrack you'll probably see 5 to 6 pounds more than that.
But seeing the boost at that area, what you were looking for.
I have no problem running 50 pounds of boost out of that turbo. You know, I try to keep it under 55, so let's look at the data log and go from there. So here's your dyno run. So when we first got in it, this is your main injection pulse width. That was 2,500 microseconds. And this yellow line is your fuel pressure desired. And we're asking for 26,000 PSI, and it's only making 21,000 PSI. But I look at this purple line, and this is your fuel control actuator amperage, your milliamps. And it's at 977. So as the milliamps lowers, it opens the pump up further. So once that milliamps goes much below 400 milliamps, that pump's running wide open. So I know that I have more pump available than, so seeing your rail pressure drop doesn't concern me, other than the fact that I can go in the tune, and wherever that's 977 milliamps, I'll lower that by 10 or 15%, get that down into the 700 milliamp range, and I should be able to make more pressure, which will get more fuel quantity in. More fuel quantity should make a little bit more power, if your turbo is capable. I mean, honestly, that turbo, I've made 1,000 horsepower on a billet wheel 468 87 10, so it has more turbine flow. So to do that with the smaller turbine wheel is really impressive. 889 into 700, you know, but just by lowering this amperage, you're basically making the CP3 go wide open faster. So now the green line is where it was.
this is where it is now. So now once you go full throttle, it's going to lower the milliamps faster, which is going to make rail pressure recover quicker. The more pressure you make, the more fuel quantity you get in your cylinder and the more power it makes.
So this is going to be pull number 3. Did a couple adjustments. We're going to see what it does here. So. It sounds so nasty. Oh my! With the bigger number. That is insane. We just made 935. Holy crap! I'm so happy, guys. And hearing this thing when it's really ripping,
That's ripping.
it sounds so
phenomenal.
Okay, so look at that run we did. Went from 914 or 916 to 935. So that's 20 horsepower, and we gained that by not changing timing. We did not change injector pulse width. All we did was change the amperage of the FCA. So now you can see by the end of that run we were down to 650 milliamps, and your rail pressure was 25,200 psi instead of dropping down to 21,000. So just by increasing the rail pressure at the same injector pulse width, it got more fuel quantity in, made more horsepower. But that's what I want to see in a log. Like, it's really close to the set point all the way through.
But overall, making this power, we saw that the turbo was making around that 50 pounds of boost. Yeah. Overall, you would say like this should be a safe 900 plus horsepower.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're making 50 pounds of boost, I mean, you should be in a safe range for the turbo. You've got a bottom end that works. You've got rods in it. You shouldn't be breaking a rod. You've got 625 head studs. You shouldn't be blowing a head gasket. You got a well-rounded setup. Well, what I'll do now is we'll pull fuel quantity back, go from 2,500 microseconds down to 2,000 microseconds, see what power it makes. And then I have another tune in there that's 1,500 microseconds. So we'll give you some lower power levels. That way you don't have to drive around on 900 horsepower.
Yeah, so that.
Then from there, we'll get it off and we'll go drive it and make sure drivability is right. The smoke control is as good as it can be. And
awesome.
Get the thing all set up for you.
So now those pulls were all on the top, which was pretty much my race tune. He's now putting it in the street tune, which is tune 2, and seeing what we can make out of that. So let's see. What? Oh, we thought the street tune was loaded in, and it ended up pulling our biggest number of 946. So what kind of happened there?
I'm pretty sure when I was changing the tune files, I must have saved the hot tune as a straight tune, but looking at the data log, that tune actually made about 1,000 psi more rail pressure. It was banged 26,000 psi during the whole run, which net us an extra 10 horsepower over the previous run, which was pulling rail down to 25,000.
Wow.
So that will be our new hot tune number.
Biggest number of the day. Those are the 4 pulls that have been.
These 2 were the same tune that you came in on.
Yep.
And then these were revision 1, revision 2.
So there we go. Almost 950 at a good old black beauty here. So we're gonna lower it down now. Hopefully get the street tune in and then toe tune and see what else you can do. So proud of you. So now this should be the real street tune. Let's see what it does. Let's try it again. Still making 875 on its street tune.
Good.
Hell yeah.
I want to say those injectors are very healthy, 100%. So we'll just keep pulling pulse width back.
The toe tune at 735. A good old little toe tune ripper.
The biggest thing, the misconception of dynos is getting a diesel engine properly loaded. Because I can take the quad cab that makes 1,400 horsepower and put it on 4 different dynos and get 4 different numbers. A lot of people jump on a dyno. They say they have a 900 horsepower truck and they jump on a dyno at their local car show and it makes 650. And then they go on the internet and it's like, their dyno's a piece of shit. You know, it doesn't make any horsepower. When in reality, if you watch the data log from that dyno run, it was an inertia dyno. It wasn't able to load that truck to full boost. So the truck might make 50 pounds of boost on the street, but it only made 35 on the dyno. So that truck probably only made 650 horsepower. The dyno was accurate, but they weren't able to properly load the engine to full power.
So overall, do we get the Firepunk certified ripper, or what's the thing here?
It's definitely a ripper. So all the way together, it was it performed exceeded expectations. We'll say that. So we turned the pulse width all the way down to 1300 microseconds to get it to make 644, and 1500 microseconds made 735. So he should have a much cleaner street tune when he drives it. Like out here on the dyno under full boost, there's virtually any smoke. So we decided to get it off the dyno. We'll let you drive the thing around the block and make sure that you're happy with the progress we made today.
Yeah, thank you for everything. You guys really killed. I think everything should be completely dialed in now. And just seeing the whole behind the scenes of Firepunk, the team, the shop, it's really cool to see how this all goes behind the scene right there. And the boys, whole road trip out to Ohio, it's been a great day. Learned a lot, super educated guys. This whole team here is great. So over here with Eric, one of the burnout kings that you guys might have seen on Instagram with this rowdy LBZ. We were hoping to film this thing, but obviously you said something with the trans wasn't going right, correct?
Yeah, yep, trans problems.
So maybe next time, but while we're out here, wanted to swing by and see this beautiful truck. I'm sure you guys have seen it on Instagram somewhere, doing some burnouts, because this guy's a full sender right here. So what exactly is done to this thing though? Like, what's going on with it?
All right, so basically the main setup, I'm running an S484 over S366 and a 10 mil in the valley, stock LBZ fueler on the high end, and 150 S&S injectors, two 165 air dog lift pumps. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of work that needs to be done with this thing. Eventually I want to upgrade my cooling system to the point to where I can basically roast them and not worry about temps. Now this engine, with this setup, I can't do as good of burnouts as I could with the other one. It gets hot really quick.
Which we're gonna pull up a video for you guys, one of these nasty burnouts, just so you can get an idea of what this guy's about.
So the last setup was the pristine burnout setup. Like, she lasted a long time. But this one, you know, putting out 12 on fuel, yeah, there's a little bit more fuel. It gets hot quicker.
And trans-wise, what's going on with it right now?
Trans right now, honestly, is a stage 6 billet trans, intermediate input-output shaft. The trans is basically going into limp mode in third gear, like every single time. Like, I have to roll through third to get fourth, and then as soon as I'm in fifth, and let's say I mash on it, and it shifts down in third or fourth, it automatically goes into limp mode, and I can't do anything. So
I'm hoping I get back out to Ohio here at some point, and we get to get a full video on this and go shred the streets up.
absolutely.
I think it'll be nasty, but
Trust
badass truck, dude. It looks beautiful in person as well. So today is the day we're going to be picking a winner for the giveaway. For any of you guys that didn't know, the winner is going to be able to choose either between a fast fuel system of their choice or $800 in cash. So it's going to be someone's lucky day. As you guys can see here, got a big list of order numbers, and pretty much depending how many entries your order had, that's how many times your order number is in the sequence here. So we're going to actually be doing a randomizing, and we're going to do it 3 times for you guys on camera. So on the 3rd time, whoever's number 1, I'm going to be giving you a call. You're the winner, and it's going to be your lucky day. So let's get right into it. First randomizing is 1103. We're going to run it 2nd time. Second number is 1095. 3rd time's a charm. Whoever this is, it's your lucky day. Let's see who it is. 3rd time. Order number 1104. You are the winner. Congratulations. Let me see who you are. We're going to be giving you a call and seeing what you're going to pick. I don't want to show his information. We just pulled him up. Order number 1104 is Jacob from Georgia. So we're going to be giving you a call real quick right now, letting you know that you won. Hey, what's up? Is this Jacob? I just wanted to let you know, this is Justin Fio calling you. I just wanted to let you know that you won the giveaway.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. The question I gotta ask you is, are you gonna choose a fast fuel system of your choice or $800 in cash?
Shoot,
I'll give you a few seconds if you want to think about it.
yeah, give me a few seconds.
I know it's a big one, so.
Hey, I won. What? Yeah, I won $800. Yeah, $800. I think, shoot, either that or a fast fuel.
Do you have a truck?
Yeah, I got a truck.
What you got?
It's a 95 7.3 power stroke.
Oh, hell yeah. Anything done to it or no?
Yeah, I've got some injectors in it, medium size, bigger turbo, high pump.
Oh, nice. You got a fuel system on it yet or not yet?
No, I don't yet. That's the thing.
So there you go. It's up to you. Whatever you want, let me know. Whatever works. So I'll give you a couple seconds, and either way, whatever you choose, we'll get that figured out and get that set up for you.
Hey, I'll do the $800.
$800? Okay, perfect, dude. I'm just gonna. I have your address here. Okay, perfect. Pick the $800. I'm gonna be writing out a check for you, and I'm gonna be sending that in the mail. Once that gets in the mail, I'll be in touch with you through text with tracking information or anything like that. Whatever works for you. Congratulations, though, man. Seriously.
Well, thank you. I really didn't expect to win. I just bought it. I've never won these things before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You never know. You never know with this. So right when you think you might not be the lucky winner, it might be your day. You know. This is the first giveaway on the channel. I appreciate all the support. And like I said, once again, for real, congratulations. I hope the money could go towards good use. And we'll be in touch, man. Thanks again, and have a good day, all right?
Yeah, you too.
We're out in the middle of nowhere in Ohio here somewhere. I think it's called Worcester, right?
Yep.
We got Jacob over here who's got this 12 valve along with this 3rd gen. So, you know, looking under the hood here, I see two big snails. So what exactly is going on with this thing, and what is it?
Yeah, so we got a 488 Borg Warner turbo on the atmosphere and a 372 on the manifold, making about 60 to 120 pounds of boost right now. The injectors are 5x25 dual feeds. They're about 400% overs out of a sled pulling truck. Got a big P pump on there, fast 240, feeling it all. Big fuel, big air.
And right in this area, you do burnouts right on these farm roads, huh?
Oh yeah, right in the back roads. No cops, no problems.
Rust don't matter. Nice little weight reduction all around.
Oh yeah.
She's mint.
Oh yeah. Burnouts, slap the gas cap off, bed mounts, what are those? It's a 2-wheel drive swap 47 RE with a full manual valve body, B&M ratchet shifter.
Easy.
It's got a D&J impulsor.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, I had it.
This thing's sick. What'd you say it should make roughly
It makes
horsepower?
about 2,000 horse.
2,000 horse.
Give or take, just depends on tune up the center road.
So what'd you say exactly was the air setup on this thing?
It has it's still a T4 on the manifold, but it has a 85, 96, 110, and then it has a 4.2 Weimer, like HX82 base turbo out front. A set of 400% extra G's in it, and then a single 14 mil race pump on it as well.
Such a badass truck, dude. It's just so funny, just the casual, 2,000 horsepower,
Yeah,
nothing
right.
crazy, I guess that's just out here at Firepunk, everything. It's
That's about like everything. I think his truck makes about 1,000. Landon's makes 1,600. He drives his every day.
the whole crew over here.
Yeah, I mean,
all
a pretty,
making crazy numbers like it's
typical
nothing.
thing. Yeah, no, really, we do. I mean, he drives his more than probably any of us. His makes like, what did it make on?
It made 1575 on fuel.
And he literally drives it like across.
The whole team just got nasty rigs.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Just the local shit boxes.
And because we're already running around with little firepunk.com stickers on our trucks, we go to the racetrack, people know us as the Firepunk guys, so I asked them if I can keep the name, and that's where it's Firepunk Diesel.
Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. We just loaded up the truck and trailer. Big shout out, good old Firepunk Levon, all the employees over here, a bunch of great people. Learned so much, had a great day. Black Beauty, I'm proud of you, girl. You went beyond my expectations and more, and had no issues, didn't blow up. So overall, I'm so happy. This old girl, I came in here shooting for 700 horsepower, and she almost pulled 1,000 horsepower, 946 to the wheel. Absolutely insane. Made this trip worth it, got out here, had a blast. Ohio, it's been real, I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And until next time, we're gonna begin this thing to the track. We're gonna got tons of things coming, so let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, turn the bell for notifications. This is only the beginning. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Hell yeah!